Hey orchestra students, this is lesson 27. Today we're learning about the viola. The viola is an instrument that you can start learning in 5th grade. Today I'm going to play this instrument for you, highlight some of the special features of the viola, and I have some other videos to share with you. If you check in this video description down below, there are some links for you to listen to some awesome professional viola players playing their instrument. And then finally, for homework this week, instead of a playing assignment, I want to make sure everybody listens and watches this video about the viola and then hands in on Google Classroom a worksheet about the alto clef, reading notes in the alto clef, which is going to be new for us today, and it's special clef just for the viola. So I hope you're ready to learn a lot about this super special instrument, which I love a lot. So stay tuned. Let's learn more about the viola. First of all, the playing posture for the viola is going to be pretty much the same as the violin. We can start with our monster fingers in our left hand, and we swoop the instrument up onto our left shoulder, and we keep our nice elbow, wrist, pinky in a straight line, and eventually we bring our left hand out to the fingerboard just like so. I can do my look ma, no hands, same idea that we learned on violin. This is my playing position, and this is my sitting rest position. So that's your posture for the viola. Next, let's learn about the bow hold for the viola. If you're a violinist, you might be thinking, whoa, I can already do that. Yes, guess what? Yes, you can. This is our viola bow hold with our curved pinky on top of the bow stick, twin fingers dropped covering the frog, pointer finger up top, gently curled over to the first or second knuckle joint, and our thumb is bent like so, as we've learned to do, bending and touching at the tip of the thumb near the nail, near the thumbnail. So that's our viola bow hold, pretty simple. Now let's learn about the essential parts of the viola. In terms of the setup of the instrument, it's the same as our cello and our violin, where it has 4 fine tuners down at the bottom to help with tuning. Just like the violin, it has a chin rest, bridge, and 4 strings. Just like all of our classical string instruments, here are the 4 tuning pegs up top and the scroll. So you might be wondering, it looks so much like a violin. What is the difference? There is a big, major difference in what makes the viola super special and different from the violin, and that is its lowest string, which is called the C string, kind of like on cello. It actually has the same order of strings as the cello does. We start on A as being our highest, thinnest string, then D, G, and C. So it's kind of like playing the order of the cello strings, but holding it in a violin format. And for this reason, I think of the viola as the best of both worlds. If you want to try a new instrument next year, and you're not really sure and you just love the sound of all of our beautiful string instruments, I would say go for the viola, because it truly is the best of both worlds. It has this high, beautiful singing sound that the violin can make, but it also has a really deep and rich sound like the cello can make, and it's a very unique sound that comes from the viola. So let's listen a little bit to what the viola sounds like when bowed, and I'm going to play a familiar tune for you. Here are the sound of the viola open strings played with the bow. Again, the order of the strings is A, D, G, and that really beautiful rich sound was the open C, which is one of the reasons why I love the viola so much. I wonder what hot cross buns would sound like played on the C string of a viola. I wonder if you might recognize this song from a famous book series and then movie, played in this beautiful quintessential spot on the viola around on the C string, which makes it sound really mystical, and it has a beautiful kind of mysterious and deep sound. Something else that's important to know about the viola is that it does read in a different clef than the violin or the cello. So while we've been learning to read our line and space notes in standard notation, the students who select the viola will get to learn a second clef, which is pretty cool. It means you're going to be bilingual in musical clef signs. The viola players will read from something called the alto clef. And alto in singing world or choir world means the kind of the middle range female singing voice. It's a little bit lower than the soprano voice, and it covers the middle range of our instruments. So when we play on our viola, we read again in the alto clef, not in the treble clef or the bass clef. And that means that for alto clef readers, what is known as middle C on the piano is going to be your middle line on the musical staff. So if you're a pianist, you'll be familiar with where that middle C is on the keyboard. That is the C, that's the middle line in standard notation for the viola, for the alto clef. I have a worksheet here for everybody to complete for your homework this week. Instead of playing, everybody in orchestra is going to do an alto clef assignment. At the top, I have instructions. Then I have an answer key that shows you the line and space notes in alto clef. And then just 2 questions for you to complete on your own. You're going to fill in drawing some alto clef symbols, and then you're also going to write in your alto clef note names here. And for the note names, you're going to reference this key up at the top. I also want you to check out the video links that I have posted in the description below. There's some really awesome viola recordings where you're going to get to hear an even better comparison of the viola to the violin, for example. You'll hear the viola and violin played side by side in a Mozart piece. You'll also hear a Shawn Mendes cover, so if you like more popular music, you'll hear the viola there. And my friend Amber, who has a really awesome viola YouTube channel, I put one of her links down there to give you a more in-depth comparison of the viola to the violin. So let's get started learning about our alto clef. Everybody submit this for your homework on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope to see some of you signing up for the viola next year in 5th grade.